So you have already worked in EBS for last 10 years.
Yes.
So yeah, so how can you like convince customer for Oracle Cloud? Like what are the key selling points for cloud? Can you give some brief overview of the cloud comparing to EBS, how it is more beneficial to customer?
Yeah. In terms of the recommendation and selling point of view as compared to the ABS,
Yeah.
this is very much user friendly and maintenance point of view also security, managing the roles and maintaining the maintaining in the sense the reporting point of view also some advanced features has been uh, are available in the Fusion as compared to the EBS. For example, if we can take the one example like the secondary balances. In EBS, reporting at the balancing level is possible only with the primary balancing segment. But if you, while talking in the Fusion, there is a one new features added there where we can at the qualifier level we can assign one secondary balancing.
Okay. So
So
what is the use of secondary balancing segment?
secondary balancing means as per the chart of accounts and as per the structure of the organization, one primary balancing segment will be there. But in addition to that, if the company wants the another second level, the reporting,
Yeah,
for
second level of
example,
reporting. Yeah.
second level of reporting, in addition to the suppose company is the primary balancing segment, and the company wants at the another reporting at their product
Yeah, cost
level
center
or
level or
maybe at
division level. You want
division
to
level.
get the financial reporting. Then we
Correct.
can,
Any
yeah,
of the there is a
yeah,
choice as per the business requirement. They can we can define as a secondary balancing segment out of the remaining segments
yeah.
other
So
than primary.
you told like some reporting, lot of reporting options are there in Oracle Fusion. Can you name few of the reporting options in GL?
While talking about the reporting Hyperion, we can
Yeah, Hyperion. Yeah.
using the cube.
So how the
Uh,
Hyperion tool will be enabled for GL?
you mean the you
Yeah. So
asking
is
about
there any
how
place
can we?
where in GL where you can enable the Hyperion reporting tool so that there will be a seamless integration between GL module and Hyperion?
Means you want means the
Yeah, setup.
setup
Where you can
or
enable that option?
uh, there is a financial reporting center, na?
No,
From
that
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 you
is
can
financial reporting center. You have to create your reports,
right.
but to get the link of GL module with Hyperion tool, what is the setup?
That setup while defining the GL, I'm trying to recollect it.
Yeah,
Exactly not knowing, but I think somewhere while defining the yield, while doing the GL setup, that itself we can. But sorry, I'm not getting it.
yeah, chart of account
Recollect
instance
me.
setup. There you will get
Yeah, yeah,
option
correct.
BI enabled. If you check mark this checkbox BI enabled, then there will be integration established.
Right.
Yeah.
Got.
So that
That
balance will be
chart of account.
updated in Hyperion. So what is SBS cube or multi-dimensional cube?
Uh, yes, based on this multi-dimensional, this is similar to that BI only, no?
Yeah,
BI
BI.
report.
Why we are
Yes.
calling this as a multi-dimensional queue?
Why we are calling it a multidimensional? Because in this case base, where you are creating different reports
Mm-hmm.
based upon the with the permutation and combination of the different segments like period,
Mm.
the required segment. So that is possible. So
Yeah.
that's the reason we are calling
What
as
are
a
the other
multidimensional.
dimensions except segments?
A period and
Yeah. Period type, currency
like
type,
that.
currency, GL chart of account, and
Yeah,
ledger,
period. Per,
scenario, balance type, lot of things. Actual
yes,
balance or budget balance,
yes,
or currency, which type of currency? Entered currency or total currency? Or what type currency you are taking? So
yes, yes,
using this
yes,
dimension, you can create your reports. Okay.
yes.
So just take care of these questions, because once
Okay.
you answer anything from that question itself, they will counter question. So that you have to understand.
Ah, right, right. Got it. Yes, so they will drill down. They will deep dive.
Okay, so do you know what is account monitor, account inspector?
Uh, no, frankly.
Yeah, you
No.
can check that option. So there are inbuilt analytic tools available in GL. If you go to GL dashboard, you will get that option. Like account monitor, if you take any specific accounts, build
Okay.
some account group and check what are the balance and how it is affecting our financial position. Particular expenses and revenue, you can analyze.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Account
kind of
monitor and
analytics tool, dynamic tools.
okay.
So you can group certain expense account, revenue accounts, and just navigate to the total balance. And what are the journals created for this amount and how it is affecting. Suppose expenses is more, so you can analyze why these expenses are incurred and why it should be, it is more than your budget amount, expected amount. You can analyze and you can try to either reduce this amount or wipe out these expenses based on your result, analytical result. So,
So it is through account manager we can do it.
yeah, account manager. Create account groups for different expenses and you can
Okay.
navigate to these expenses, navigate to the journal created for these expenses and why it is
Okay.
created. If it is necessary or not. If it is just unnecessary expenses we are booking to increase our expenditures, that you can hold, you can analyze, take action on that. And
And
okay,
another one, Oracle monitor and another term.
Oracle inspector, account inspector, that also, that's a kind of like in Excel, there is a pivot table. So that drag
Right.
and drop features are there in that inspector. You can drag and drop various account segment value and get your analysis. That you can try. You can try
Okay.
that
Okay.
and we'll discuss on more on that. Okay. Just what are the
Okay.
features for these tools? You can check.
Okay.
Okay,
Account
so
monitor and account inspector.
hmm, account inspector and account monitor. Yeah. So in GL, you know what is AGIS?
Intercompany. You mean?
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you have you worked in AGIS in cloud?
Yeah. Yes. It's based upon the requirement.
Okay. Can you give some flow of AGIS? How it works?
It will work based upon the first of all we will confirm with the business at the what level the conversion should be there, reporting conversion. Then based upon that, we will configure means whether they want to
What are the
level
required setup for AGS?
required setup. That you have to select the subledger from the where means receivable, payable.
Yeah, it is mandatory receivable payable setup.
That is not. That is based upon the transaction types only.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are other setups?
And the account, respective accounts that suppose it is a intra company, then within the balancing segment, the balancing segment we need to define.
The main setup you have
Then
to create your intercompany organizations based on legal entity and PO.
okay.
That is the first setup you have to do. Intercompany organizations and intercompany system options and transaction
Okay.
types. Transaction types
Okay. Means
and balancing rules. Intercompany balancing rules. And how will determine whether we need receivable and payable invoice? Where we determine? Like suppose the client wants, we want to create receivable subledger AP and AR invoices based on intercompany transactions we create in GL. Where we enable that setup? Hello?
I did not.
Yeah. Transaction types. In transaction types, intercompany transaction types, we determine whether we need approval for intercompany transactions or we need subledger invoicing or not.
Okay.
So that you can go through the complete setup flow for intercompany.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. And whatever things you worked in GL Cloud, you know, mass allocation, calculation manager.
Mass
Just let me
allocation.
know what is mass allocation journal.
The mass allocation means the based upon the journals, recurring journals. So we can allocate the cost
Okay.
based upon the mass allocation.
Based upon?
Based upon the formulas or requirements, we can assign allocate the amount.
Allocate the amount to?
Yeah, to the respective account.
No, allocate the account or amount to what? To what?
To the respective account as per the requirement.
Account or cost centers? Cost centers or department?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Cost centers, based upon the cost centers.
So, do you know like how it works in Fusion? Because comparing to EBS, there is a vast difference how you have to define this mass allocation.
Okay.
Completely different.
Okay.
Do you know like what is the process? You know what is calculation manager?
In Fusion?
Calculation manager tool.
Okay. No.
So through calculation manager, we have okay. You can define your allocation journals, allocation rules.
Okay.
So it's a long process actually. There are 7 to 8 steps you have to follow to generate your allocation rules. You can go through and practice.
Okay.
It's a bit complicated things, but if you understand the complete requirement, you can able to do it.
Okay.
So it's a part of enterprise performance management.
Okay.
Everywhere they are using, but the thing is that you need to know how the process works. But
I will prepare mass
yeah,
allocation and the
mass allocation.
major differences between ABS and Fusion.
Yeah,
I think difference means here, I think completely changed, right?
completely changed. Change mean in mass allocation in EBS, you just define your formula.
Okay.
But here it is based on allocation rules you define in calculation manager.
Okay.
You practice on that because these are the things in GL actually very important. Intercompany mass allocation. And you know what is what is BPM approval rules?
Yeah. That,
Uh,
yeah. It is AME. It is similar to AME, right?
yeah, not similar to AME. The purpose same, but it's
Okay.
not similar to AME. It's completely different.
Okay.
AME in EBS,
Okay.
there it's based on their workflow, approval
Okay.
workflow. But here it is completely different, and its language is different. It's approval management extension or approval business process management, BPM.
It, okay. Okay. Okay.
So you
It's
know
like
how have you defined any approval rules for GL?
infusion.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. So that will be a very
Okay.
mandatory setups actually. Every company client they will need journal approval. So you have to define journal approval rules in BPM based on
Okay.
certain conditions. At least you should know how it works. What are the components of BPM?
Okay.
So there will be if then conditions.
Okay.
First you have to create rule. If this condition is satisfied, then this will be the result.
Okay.
So that you have to
I'll
define.
prepare.
Yeah.
I'll prepare.
Okay. You can prepare that.
Okay.
And financial reporting studio.
Yeah.
Smart view. Do you know or have you gone through this process or create any reports?
I tried, but I think there was some lack of some enabling some option. I could not succeed on that one.
Mhm. Yeah, that also you have to create FBDI like your reports, FRS
Okay.
reports, financial reporting studio. So it's based on
But
your balance, GL balance. You have to create reports.
it is similar to FAG only, right?
Not similar, but the purpose is same. But it is highly advanced and flexible reporting tool comparing to FSG.
Okay.
FSG it's not very dynamic, but
Okay.
here the reporting tool is it's very flexible reporting tool.
Okay.
In Smart View also it's Excel based reporting.
Okay. Means parallel in addition to the FRS.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And another suppose how you control 1 minute.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. बोलिए.
Yeah. So next thing is how will suppose some entries coming from subledger module.
Okay.
What are the reason that it will not balance with the GL? What are the possible reason? For example, you transferred some amount or imported some amount from AP module or AR modules,
Okay.
but in GL, when you are reconciling, it is not matching. The amount is not matching. What can be the possible reason?
The common is some maybe subledger entries not yet accounted. Some are accounted, but there is a difference at the distribution line level. Something it's not matching completely. Or
So if subledger
these
entry
are
is
common.
already in GL, successfully transferred to GL, but still the amount is not matching. What is the reason?
Maybe journal lines distribution. I mean, journal line level. There may be some variation in
Okay, so
amount.
can end user, can they modify the journals coming from subledger? Suppose the
In
amount is
GL,
in GL. So suppose the journal entry is about 5,000 and can user change the amount to 6,000 or 4,000?
so it's based upon the rules and access they have.
So is there any
Uh,
option like where we can restrict that?
there are
Uh,
means, security rules.
no,
Are you
security
talking
rules.
about the secret rule code combination or
But that is, I'm not telling about code combination. I'm amount. Code commission also, see, if they have
yeah,
access to code
approval?
commission, they can change or what? If they have access to complete code combinations or security rule, can they change
Okay.
the subledger journal?
No, again, you are talking about the journal, the approval limit
The approval
based
limit
upon.
is different. I'm not telling about approval.
Okay.
My question is, if something is coming from subledger,
Hmm.
can user able to change the journal?
They can based upon the access.
Uh, access or some other setups? Is there any other setups available? Yeah, so that is
Uh, you,
based on journal source. In journal source,
okay.
you will see free journal, right?
Right. Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
free journal option is enabled, then for any particular source, suppose payable or receivable, if you go to journal source, just query the seeded source. If the free journal option is enabled, user cannot change. So once it is imported and imported to Oracle GL, then journal will be freezed. For any changes, you cannot do. It will not allow.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Unless and until it is unfinished, or if the before transferring that to the GL and already the freeze option is enabled, then nobody can. Means that user cannot do anything.
Right.
But in this
So,
case,
mhm.
that if we want to modify it,
Now you don't
so,
need to modify. You are not supposed to modify actually. It will create a reconciliation issue.
so we have to manage with the adjustment only.
Now you have to create if modification is required or you need to adjustment entry. You can do adjustment entry. Not
Yeah, yeah. But
not create the modify the original entry. It will create
got
subledger to GL reconciliation issue because something which is already accounted in subledger
okay.
and you are modifying it target location. This is not a good practice.
Got it. Got it.
Or user trying to navigate, drill down from GL journal to subledger, but is not able to drill down to the subledger transaction, source transactions. What is the issue? What is the reason?
Maybe it's the access again the based upon the whether that user is having that or not. But
No, it's not
there may,
access related.
okay.
In the
But
source,
drill down means
drill down means if you click on the journal hyperlink, it will drive
okay,
you to the subledger source transactions. For AP journal, suppose in GL, I want to see the invoice number,
okay,
but it is grayed out. It is disabled. Drill down option is disabled. What is the reason?
yeah. While setup itself in real there is one option.
No, in source, same setup. In journal source, there is a option transaction import reference. If it is not enabled, then you cannot drill down. Import transaction reference option is enabled. You'll able to drill down.
Okay.
Yes. So there are a lot of small
Model one.
checkbox are there with great significance.
Right, right.
If you observe this in GL, not in GL, all the models.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah. So we have to more concentrate on the setup and enabling the small options, right?
Mm-hmm. So check what are the significance of each of the, like if you go to specify ledger option, there you will get lot of options, checkbox. What are the significance?
Okay, okay, okay,
Where we define the documents, enable the document sequencing. Another question.
okay.
In subledger module, I want to get the document sequencing setups. I want to enable, but where can I enable? So I'm not getting that option in subledger.
So while defining the respective subledger module,
That is fine, subledger module, but still you have to enable in GL specify ledger option. For that specific ledger, you have to enable document sequence. Check the specify ledger option while defining the ledger. There is document check. Do you want to enable document sequence for AP, AR? Checkbox is there. If you enable that, then only you can use document sequence in subledger for
okay,
that ledger.
we have to enable it in GL. Then only
Yeah.
we can use it
That is the
from
primary
subledger.
setup for document sequence. Then you have to separately, you have to create your sequence, assignment, etc. in subledger. But
As a
GL level,
primary setup. Okay,
primary setup you have to do.
got it. But and each and every sub ledger there is a primary setup. Some reference link is there.
So, do you know consolidation process?
Yeah, consolidation.
What is consolidation?
Consolidation means if the business is having the multiple subsidiaries, and if they want to report in under one their main, we can call it as a parent company.
You mean?
So in that case, they need to set up the consolidation. In subsidiaries share different businesses or different subsidiaries having their one single ledger.
Okay, so suppose I have one company in USA with USD currency and I have different subsidiaries with different other currencies. How can I do the consolidation? Suppose in Singapore I have a Singapore currency. In India also I have INR and I have another setup in Europe with your EUR currency. But I want to consolidate all these ledger balance to my main ledger
Okay.
in USD currency. How can I do it?
Then you can create the consolidation and chart of account mapping based upon the different your foreign currency, and then using
Then
that
I have, but my
data
currency is
transfer.
different. How I can map these different currency balance to USD?
First, before that, you have to revalue and revalue foreign currency balances and then translate
Revalue.
up
Okay.
and then translate the account balances to the parent ledger. Before you before you transferring the balances to the parent,
Hmm.
first you have to translate it
Okay. Translate to.
and translate to the required one where under one parent company.
Okay. So translation.
And then,
Translation. What is translation? So translation means you have to translate the balance from one currency to another currency, right?
right,
What is the reporting currency?
reporting currency means just we
Reporting
are
currency ledger.
transferring,
What is it?
yeah, just from one primary ledger to the just we are reporting currency.
Yeah, different currency, right?
Translation means
Yeah.
yeah, and where translation is from the different sub ledger. It will start from the different subsidiaries. Whereas reporting is just ledger level only, from ledger to ledger.
Okay. So,
Am I correct or?
so they are fulfilling the same purpose, like right?
Yeah, only
What is the difference? Main difference between reporting currency ledger and translation? Because they are converting the balance from one currency to another currency. Reporting currency also doing the same. So what is the major difference?
major difference is no reporting means see,
So why
you are
suppose
just
you said
transferring
like
and
I want
whereas
to translate balance?
translate
Yeah.
okay
You want to
foreign
translate
currency
for consolidation. I want to translate the balances from
okay
Indian currency to USD currency. But
right
suppose the customer wants, no, I need reporting ledger, separate reporting ledgers in USD currency. For that, INR ledger. So
okay
why he needs that? Because you can tell him like use the translation option. Why you need a separate ledger? But is there any added benefit for that reporting ledger?
yeah while translation it's just for the balances
Yeah.
from your one currency means functional currency to the foreign currency but in reporting you have a choice to the report in a different currency.
No, you are telling the same thing. So major difference is reporting ledgers. It will translate all these transactions at transaction level, journal level. You can do that option.
Okay, okay. But
So
when
each of the
for
transactions, transaction level or journal level, also you can translate the balance, right?
okay, okay,
But
yes, yes.
for translation, you can only translate the balance, not the transactions. The complete
Ah,
balance, consolidated balance, you can
sorry,
translate, right?
got.
But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reporting, suppose the client
The
wants that
transaction level.
no, I for journal to journal level, I need the details. I need to get the reports for each journal, the converted balance.
Okay,
So you can tell, yeah, you can use that separate reporting currency ledger,
got.
right?
Both are same, but I forgot. Yes, a reporting ledger. There is it's having the there you can track at the journal level, transaction level, each and every.
Yeah,
Whereas in translation, you know, you just have the consolidated level.
yeah. Okay,
Got it.
so yeah, so these are the questions. You cover all these things, prepare in a better way.
Okay.
Okay, so there are some questions I asked for like not related to fusion, but they are
Okay.
the fundamental GL questions.
Going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Let me prepare first on this thing.
So
I think this is today's
fundamental as well as fusion specific functionalities you have to focus.
Okay. Okay. Just please forward me this recording.
Yeah.
I
I'll
will go
forward
through.
the recording
I
and
will
you can prepare.
I will make the points and areas where you suggested
I
more.
think I have covered a lot of things, but there are some other questions we can discuss later also. But first, you
No
can
problem.
prepare all these points.
I will prepare. I will concentrate on these things. And today is just within 2-3 days. Again, we will maybe
Yeah.
on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So next time again, you can add
Yeah.
suggest where is the
Yeah.
lacking
Because
area again.
you have more than 10 years. 10 years, right?
Yeah, overall 10 years. But
Overall 10 years of experience. So you can expect the more like complicated questions, difficult questions, not easy questions.
okay.
I mean
Still
scenario
means
based
but
scenario, not straightforward questions you will get.
okay.
So these people they will ask scenario based questions. They will give a scenario and you have to articulate how you can handle these scenarios. Like I have given some examples, right? In consolidation.
Right. Right.
Same
Got
way
it.
they will ask. Yeah. Some interviewer they will ask. But if you are confident, you can bounce them. There is no issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as overall 10 years, so how much can
Yeah.
tell them as a fusion? How
Yeah.
can
Yes.
uh,
Right.
in between? No. I mean to say in this 10 years,
Hmm.
how much I can put for the fusion and the
Yeah.
remaining for the
First of all, basic fundamentals that you need to
okay.
clear. The next step
Okay.
is fusion. What are the difference and how we are working? These
Okay.
two things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But generally, we have to say like 3-4 years at least, right?
Yeah.
For the
3-4
fusion.
years cloud experience. They will not expect much from cloud, but at least you have to handle
Ah,
the questions. Yeah.
more is fundamentally
Yeah.
okay. Understanding is important. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I will prepare on this thing. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
And then maybe if before this weekend, if you are free, then maybe Tuesday, Thursday, otherwise Saturday,
Yeah. Sure.
Friday or Saturday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank
Just
you.
forward, share
Yeah.
that.
I'll share with you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.